The Comic Republic universe is home to a lot of entities and superpowered individuals, but the most ancient and most powerful race of supernatural characters are the first race. They are beings that have been around for so long that early men and our forefathers referred to them as gods. In this video, we'll be going over exactly what the first race are and where they come from, as well as identifying every first race member that has been identified in the storyline up to this moment. Without further ado, let's get into it. The first race are a peculiar race of entities that precede even the human race in the Comic Republic. In the beginning, Eledumare created the universe. He first created the Irunmole as the building blocks of creation. They served their commission and were loyal to the All-Father. After that came the first children. The All-Father created the first race with the task of guarding, protecting, and augmenting creation. But they turned away from their purpose and sought to subvert all before their eyes and corrupt the will of fate itself called Asher. He took the light of creation, the Irunmole of Light himself, Obatala, to stand in their way and put a stop to their ambitions. These events all happened before the All-Father's creation of even the concept of man. This excerpt can be found in the Visionary issue 0. If you check it out, it's a really great read. This information gives us a lot of insight about the first race and the origin of the Comic Republic universe and the hierarchy that exists within it, with the All-Father at the top, the Irunmoles being the pillars of creation and the first race, the guardians of creation, and lastly mankind, who inhabit the second level of perception, the desert of the real, only above the lowest, known as the void. Speaking of hierarchy, even among the first race, there exists a hierarchy. So gods are referred to as junior deities, while others are being called elder gods. We'll be looking at the members of the first race from the junior members to the elder gods. The first junior member of the first race to appear in the central timeline of the Comic Republic is Alusi Ezekalu, who made his first appearance in the Might of Guardian Prime issue 7. He possesses the ability to interfere with the emotional state of other beings, causing them to get angry and destructive for no reason. Although his powers can be resisted if you are stronger than him, he is still a great threat of mass destruction. It can cause an entire nation to destroy itself without lifting a finger. After he was defeated by Guardian Prime, he was locked up in his prison under Kuramo waters, where he was before he was awakened by the NECSS. Ivruwi, also known as the symbol of aggression, made his first appearance in the Might of Guardian Prime issue 8, after the summoning of the Master of Ceremony, who made him aware of the blasphemous use of ancient artifacts, exploiting them for power by the American government. Present in that meeting was Aziza, King of the Forest, and Mami Wata. Ivruwi volunteered to go to the foreign country and stop their misuse of powerful ancient artifacts, where he was met with the Union Guard, the product of a US project to recreate Guardian Prime. Ifri possesses the special ability to command the lesser Ifri and use them to amplify his already incredible strength and do damage to his enemies. He easily defeated the Union Guard and was about to destroy the entire city of Orlando before he was stopped by Guardian Prime. He displayed his ability to summon the senior Ifri and even the ultimate Ifri, but it was not enough to win against Guardian Prime. After his defeat, he was imprisoned by the US government in the desert. He was last seen in the Vanguard Overwatch, Issue 1. Ekpe, Master of Ceremony, is also a junior member of the first race, worshipped by humans in ancient times, but their powers have dwindled in recent times as idol worship practice have reduced. He made his first appearance in the Might of Guardian Prime issue 8. He possesses the ability to summon other gods and create portals that can lead anywhere to other levels of perceptions. He was the mastermind behind Ivrui's attack on the US and also the recent events of the Vanguard Union. He was last seen in the Vanguard Overwatch after he was captured by the elder gods of the Overwatch and forced to open portals for the Vanguard to go and retrieve the Jigi. Aziza, King of the Forest, is a more deceptive member of the first race. He made his first appearance in the Might of Guardian Prime issue 8, but he also played a prominent role in the Vanguard Union. He possesses the ability to control vegetation and plant life. With his immense physical strength and cunningness, he was a significant threat to the Guardian Prime. Mami Wata is a female member of the first race. She made her first appearance in the Might of Guardian Prime issue 7 and also played a major role in the Vanguard Union. She possesses the ability to control water and aquatic life. She has other spirits of nature under her control, like Oba Erimilokun, the king of aquatic beasts, Oba Elesemejo, the eight-legged beast, Agira, the speedster antelope spirit, Oni, the spirit of crocodile, and Igodo, the spirit of bird, as well as an entire army of spirit beings. Mami Wata almost flooded the entirety of Lagos State until she was stopped by Butinu, the avatar of the water goddess. Mami Wata was later defeated by the combined efforts of Butinu and Ajay. She was last seen in the Vanguard Overwatch issue 1, imprisoned in a maximum security US prison. Oshun, the goddess of water, made her first appearance in the Vanguard Union issue 1, when she was referenced as being the reason for Butinu's special abilities of hydrokinesis. We also learn from Mami Wata's dialogue with Butinu that Oshun had been banished by the very people she sought to protect, humans. Although it was not specified, I like to think Oshun was an elder god as even the ruler of the ocean, Mami Water, was scared of offending her. Umbari, also called the god of bad news, made his first appearance in Scion Immortal Issue 3. He has the ability to grant people powers and also pull them into his realm on a higher level of perception. He can also see the future and show it to others. In the Scion Immortal storyline, he is the source of the Shodoma's powers and can make them stronger if they perform certain forbidden human sacrifices to him. Vlekete, also known as the Ocean Spirit Seeker and Trader, is a junior member of the First Race that is known for making deals with humans in exchange for the ownership of souls that he can freely torture in his realm on a higher level of perception. He has the ability to summon and control chains, which he uses to restrict and bind his victims. He made his first appearance in Guardian Prime Genesis Issue 4, where he held Titi, Guardian Prime's dear friend, captive. He was defeated by Guardian Prime shortly after and never heard from again. Hercules is also a lesser member of the First Race, also known as the son of Zeus. He made his first appearance in the Vanguard Overwatch Issue 1, where he was trying to break out other lesser members of the First Race from the maximum prison they were being held in the middle of a desert in the US. Him and his gang were defeated by the Vanguard, and they later earned his respect, as they are currently going on a mission together to retrieve the Mirror of Life. He possesses superhuman strength that was even said to go toe to toe with Guardian Prime's base strength, and he also has other magical weapons. Sambi Kitsune, a lesser member of the First Race from Eastern Asia, it is a fox-like being that made his first appearance in the Vanguard Overwatch Issue 1, accompanying Hercules on his mission. A subordinate of Amaterasu, he possesses the ability to create ice structures from his hand and use them in its attacks. It can also grow drastically in size. It gradually unleashes its hidden berserk powers that have been sealed with two talismans on its face. It has never fully gone berserk yet, so the true extent of his powers is still unknown. He was last seen in the Vanguard Discovery on his mission with Nutek to retrieve the Mirror of Water. Chota Divata is a junior member of the First Race, an elephantoid creature with four arms from Central Eurasia. Made his first appearance in Vanguard Overwatch Issue 1, a subordinate of the elder god Krishna. He possesses the ability to control electricity on a large scale. He also accompanied Hercules on his mission and was defeated by Ajay and Butinu. Currently, he is accompanying Butinu and Max Speed on their mission to retrieve the Earth Mirror. Lokatlato is a lesser and junior member of the First Race. He takes the appearance of a masked humanoid figure. He made his first appearance in the Vanguard Overwatch Issue 1, a subordinate of Quetzalcoatl, a deity from North America. He also accompanied Hercules on his mission. He possesses incredible durability and was defeated by the combined might of Max Speed and Powerbox. Currently, he is accompanying Iretibidemi and Ajay on their mission to locate the Fire Mirror. Zeus, the leader of the Overwatch, northern god of lightning and master of Olympus, is one of the most powerful gods and one of the members of the First Race. He made his first appearance in the Vanguard Overwatch Issue 1. He was also responsible for creating the Overwatch to oversee mankind's affairs and also defeating Ekpe, the master of ceremony. He also sent the Vanguard on their mission to retrieve the Jigiaye. Amaterasu, the Eastern Sun God, is a female member of the First Race, an elder god with the abilities that have not been revealed yet. She is also a member of the Overwatch led by Zeus, but upon finding out his affiliations with Gaia, she left the Overwatch. She seems to have major problems with Gaia and was last seen in the Vanguard Discovery Issue 1, forming an alliance with Thor after leaving the Overwatch. Krishna, the central supreme avatar, is also an elder god, a member of the First Race, and a member of the Overwatch, led by Zeus. He made his first appearance in the Vanguard Overwatch Issue 1 during the Overwatch visit to Ekpe. He possesses a lot of abilities that have not been revealed yet, but among them is the ability to control other lesser gods through the use of his special flute. He demonstrated this power when he controlled Ekpe, the master of ceremony, forcing him to open portals for the Vanguard to use in carrying out their mission. Quetzalcoatl, the Western Wind Spirit, is also an elder god and prominent member of the First Race, a deity worshipped in the regions of ancient North America. He is also a member of the Overwatch that made his first appearance in the Vanguard Overwatch Issue 1. His abilities have not been revealed in the story yet, but as his name implies, he probably has wind-based godly powers. His appearance is like that of a feathery dragon with a sturdy tail and a serpent wrapping around his body. He also left the Overwatch after the interruption of Gaia and was last seen forming an alliance with Thor alongside Amaterasu in Vanguard Discovery Issue 1. Gaia, the mother of the earth, is a prominent elder god from the First Race. She is also the closest and direct link to the Guardian Prime, as his powers come from her. His powers also grow the more he believes in her. She made her first appearance in the Might of Guardian Prime. She is responsible for training the Guardian Prime, turning him into a hero he is today. The abilities she possesses have not been fully displayed yet, but she's capable of challenging even Zeus, Master of Olympus, and that means a lot. She was last seen in the Vanguard Overwatch Series 3, disappearing after she finished discussing with Zeus and saying her goodbyes to the Guardian Prime. Yewa is a lesser member of the First Race. She's said to be a shadow of Gaia, almost like a lesser version of the Elder God, that exists on a different level of perception. She was first seen in the Vanguard Overwatch issue 6, where she rescued the Guardian Prime after his defeat at the hands of Raiden and nursed him back to health. She was last seen in the Might of Guardian Prime issue 1, where she comforts the Guardian Prime after his loss and offered him the knowledge of the secrets Gaia has kept from him. Shango, the great thunder god of lightning and fire, and the king of Koso, an elder member of the first race that made his first appearance in the Visionary issue 0. He is always accompanied by his lightning familiar Ara, which he uses to launch large-scale attacks or turn into armors and weapons for himself. His other familiars include Ino and Iji, all for massive destruction. He is one of the most powerful members of the first race that have been shown so far, and this is evident in the fact that he is never scared of confrontation and doesn't even consider the Guardian Prime a threat. His actions so far has not confirmed if he's one of the good guys or not. All he seems to be interested in is protecting his territory. He possesses the ability to control lightning and fire in bizarre godlike ways. He was last seen in Visionary issue 4, confronting Elu after he finished conversing with Ogun. Thor is the elder Norse god of thunder, a member of the first race that made his first appearance in the Vanguard Overwatch issue 5, where he engaged in a battle with Chongu. He possesses a lot of iconic weapons like his legendary hammer, Mignor, his belt, Mejinjor, and his gloves, Jangripper, and his familiar, Fenrir the Hound. He was last seen in Vanguard Overwatch issue 1, sulking after his defeat to Shungo and also forming new alliances. Raiden, the Japanese god of thunder, is a member of the first race who made his first appearance in the Vanguard Overwatch issue 4. In search of the Jigi Aye, he entered into a battle with Guardian Prime for possession of it and came out victorious. He possesses the ability to control lightning to a great extent. His strength also rivals that of the Guardian Prime. He was a lot stronger when it came to combat and speed. Coupled with his sword skills, he is a really formidable opponent. He was last seen in the Vanguard Discovery issue 2 after he defeated Mutek and Kia, retrieving the water mirror from them. His mission is to get the Jigi Aye, but we don't know what for yet. Amadioha is the thunder god of East, a king even among the gods and rulers of the Alusi. He suddenly disappeared one day, deciding to live among us with his daughter and familiar. His location and identity is largely unknown even to the members of the first race, and I presume this is all to keep his family safe. He made his appearance in the Amadioha, issue 1. Amadioha is one of the strongest members of the first race, and although he is not as active, he still commands the respect of other gods. He was last seen in Amadioha, issue 4, interacting and conversing with Eru, the Aid of Fear. Ogu is an elder member of the first race, the god of war, technologies, and parties. He seems to be a really chill god, laid back and not serious all the time. He made his first appearance in the Visionary issue 4, where he tried to convince Shango to stop his invasion of Ingale. He was responsible for creating the Jigi Aye alongside Hephaestus and other forger gods. His abilities have not been displayed in the storyline yet, but he possesses the ability to create metal constructs, and he also has a large number of familiars, with his eldest being Ini. He was last seen in the Missionary issue 4, discussing with Shango and playing a game of Ayo with him. Ujosi, the god of the hunt, is a member of the first race. He has not made an official appearance in the story yet, but his avatar, Damonle Ajanakun, is the protagonist of the visionary storyline. When this god takes over his avatar, he possesses incredible powers that even the mighty god of fire and lightning considers him a threat. Oya, her appearance in the Comic Republic was one that was short-lived. She was murdered by Shango after he found out about her affair with Huisi, a mortal man with extraordinary abilities. Her death sparked a millennium-old battle between the god Shango and the Ajanaku family. The first race are also known to be the first children, endowed with great powers to protect all of creation, a task they have not fulfilled to the best of their abilities. They reside in a level of perception higher than ours, and sometimes come down to our level of perception. But their forms we see are not really their true forms. They reside in a level far above our level of perception, called the supremacy. There's much more to learn about the first race and many other gods that have not made their appearance in the storyline yet. Follow for more information about the first race and other Comic Republic universe characters.